Yeah, here is a more fundamental theorem of statics, of mechanics, which is known as Lami's theorem. This Lami's theorem is a peculiar theorem. It comes from mathematics, sine rule, kind of mathematical principle, but it works well with the physics. What it says is if there are three forces acting at a point, three coplanar forces acting at a point, let's say this point, and when such forces are able to keep the body in equilibrium, then this rule, this theorem is valid. That's what the Lami's theorem says. What this theorem mathematical definition says is if you take a force, that force is proportional to the sine of the angle between the other two forces. If you choose A, the sine of the angle is alpha, sine alpha, and it is proportional to that. That's what the theorem says. That's a pretty good, mathematical statement about simple physics situation where forces are acting, coplanar forces are acting at a point and keeping the body in equilibrium. So such a physical situation can arise in many of the mechanics problems, which I will show you a simple problem here. There is a ball pulled by a horizontal force F such that the string makes an angle 30 with the vertical. String makes an angle 30 degrees with the vertical. Then find the magnitude of force F. That's what the problem is. What is this F? Now, when we come across such problems, three forces, coplanar forces, acting at a point and keeping the system in equilibrium, then simply a Lami's theorem can be applied, can be implemented, and if we can solve for unknown. Now I will draw for you a free body diagram. Generally it is known as free body diagram. Which looks like this, pretty much like this. There is tension in the thread, which I indicate by letter T, and there is F, which is force F, and there is a third force which is 100 Newton force with. Now let us indicate with angles. Now 30 is there, here angle is 30, then it must be 30 here. So 30 plus 90 is 120 here, 120 degree. This is anyhow we know it is 90 degree and remaining should be 150 degree. So when we have this free body diagram and its information, we can simply apply Lami's theorem and write for unknown force. He is asking F to be calculated. F divided by what should be the sine of the angle? It is angle between the other two forces, which is this sine 150, and it should be equal to the known force. Let's choose this 100 by sine 120, sine 120, as simple as that. Now you can solve for the unknown. F should be 100 times sine 150 on sine 120. It should be how much we have to calculate. Sine 150 is 0.5 and sine 120. Yeah, I will take the help of a calculator. I will show you how to calculate it on a calculator and we'll come back to this. I will take calculator there. Sine 150 divided by sine 120 is 0.5773. So it should be 100 times 0.55773. So it is 57.73 or 7773 Newton. That is the answer to the problem. This is answer to the problem. This is how the Lami's theorem works, and it is pretty easy to apply. And in many of the coplanar force systems, we can take the help of Lami's theorem and solve for unknown force. Thank you.